When you're an average person living their lives, an average person with a family just trying to get through the day, and you're faced by a big industry with a lot of money that just wants to run your community over, it's overwhelming. It's terrifying. What do we do? How do I fight this? What laws are there to protect me? I have no experience in this. I'm just a teacher. I'm just a fireman. I'm just a mom. And sadly, there's not a lot of organizations that are out there to help people with site fights that are on the ground at people's kitchen tables, holding their hand, standing with them, helping to fill the room at the county council meeting so that they feel the pressure. That's what SHEN's here for.
You know, when you build something, you know, you think you're going to enjoy it, and then, you know, something like this happens. I mean, what kind of life is this to live? You know what I mean? I feel like I've been cheated out of living a good life, you know? Living the best life at this age that I'm in. I got grandkids, I have great-grandchildren. They don't visit me. You know what I mean? I never know, you know, we're gonna have a cookout, we don't know what the odors are gonna be for that day.
The biorefinery, from what I understand, they burn chicken manure and dead chickens, what they call biomass, to make biochar, and I guess it's some kind of like fuel oil for airplanes or whatever. And we're thinking that it's industrial, and we don't want it in a residential area. And we were we didn't have any kind of notice about this, what was going on here, and we're not going to go for it. We're going to fight it to the end.
My name is Rachel Castile. I'm program director with SHEN, and that looks like a lot of different things day to day. So it looks like programming, it looks like community organizing, it looks like collaborating on the ground, really just whatever the day brings. The work that we do on the ground is pivotal in the sense that we meet communities where they are. So when we hear of things that are happening in our neighborhoods, we go in and we talk with folks, we see where they're at and what their needs are. And I think that's what makes SHEN different, is that we approach people holistically and we take into consideration what they need. So if that's information, or if it's help with organizing meetings, or if it's data or studies, that's ways that we can plug in and really enhance their fight and help empower their fight and elevate it to the highest level.
My name is Brenty Chavez. I'm the Community and Youth Engagement Director for Sussex Health Environmental Network. So I came on board to take over the CLEAR project, which is helping us provide drinking water filtration systems for residents here in the Millsboro area. As we know, historically, some of the water quality here has been low par. Also being able to provide systems that clean up some of the water so they can actually use it and save some trouble of having to buy bottled water. One of the positive sides of all this political climate and the cuts in funding and everything is we have to be creative on how we do things.
I'm Maria Payan, Executive Director of Sussex Health and Environmental Network. The folks that are closest to the ground are the ones that are closest to the solutions. They know what they need in their community. This work on the ground creates systemic change. The science creates systemic change, and this all needs to be invested in.
My name is Michael Payan. I'm the Director of Operations and the co-founder of Sussex Health and Environmental Network. I think a lot of people are surprised at the extent of quality of life issues facing residents in our local neighborhoods. You have people that can't turn on their tap and get a glass of clean water. You have people that can't go outside. They're negotiating with the air on a daily basis to see if they can open their window today, to see if they can have their family over for a barbecue outside. Things that a lot of people take for granted. And right here in the USA, people can't get clean water out of their taps or go outside on some days. We're finding waste everywhere in people's homes. It's on their dining room tables. It's in their vents, their HVAC vents. It's on top of their fridge. It's in the fan on their treadmill that's blowing air in their face when they're just trying to get a workout in. It is on their kids' Wii console in the living room and on the remotes that they're picking up on a daily basis. This is disgusting. This is out of control. You know, one of the things I appreciate most is when you see people that have been dealing with an issue for 10, 20, 30 years. It's been impacted the way they live in a very serious way. And that issue gets solved. That's the most important thing to me. That's what matters. When somebody can have clean water or breathe clean air or not fear that their kids are in danger from being exposed to pollution. When you make those breakthroughs and you get those wins, that means the most.